Being prepared to handle emergencies has long been a subject in and of itself in case of a natural disaster, civil unrest, or even as of late, an alien invasion. But what about an economic emergency? This, in my opinion, should be at the top of the list of concerns for the everyday person. But how do you protect yourself against something like that? Welcome to Discover Crypto. I'm the Druth. Let's dig in. As people fleeing fiat currency systems in Turkey, Sri Lanka, and Venezuela have found in recent times, Bitcoin is beginning to prove itself to the world as a safe haven for storing personal wealth as a system around us collapses under its own weight of leveraged debt and unchecked spending. Now, having the ability to provide your own food, safety, and even if necessary a new shelter or bug-out plan is now a much more commonly held conversation at the water cooler as people around the world watch these events unfold in real time. With freedom of speech finally making a comeback on X post-flu season, the mainstream public can now clearly see that the cracks forming in the foundation of civility which the system was built upon are eroding. One of the latest examples of this was the downgrading of over $25 trillion worth of United States debt. There has never been a bigger collapse in the trust of the US dollar, and it's going to be a rocky road for the next few years at the least. The taste of a banking collapse in the US was felt in March of this year, with people being blocked from entering their banks to withdraw funds and also accounts being locked as multiple banks like SVB, First Republic, and Silvergate found themselves on the wrong end of the stick from Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes. The interest rate hikes caused their balance sheets to break. What we have seen now from the Federal Reserve this year has been the most aggressive rise in interest rates in the entire history of the United States. Something is intrinsically broken, and they are scrambling to fix it. I'm just saying, it just kind of looks like an emergency. Charles Schwab Bank is now being closely monitored by the market as the next shoe to drop in this unfortunate set of events. This bank owes 130% of their total equity capital to short-duration FHLB loans. These have to be paid back soon. This is a higher level than SVB and Signature Bank had when they collapsed. It is important to keep in mind that after the 2007 housing crisis, U.S. banks were given the authority to perform bank bail-ins with the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Act. This allows for the bank to take your money out of your account should things begin to break again en masse. Now, why do we Bitcoin? For those at home watching who have just discovered crypto, Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that is not subject to the control of any government or financial institution. When you really step back and look at the bare-bone ethos of Bitcoin and self-custody, this is a match made in heaven for those that are already sovereign-minded individuals. Bitcoin is not subject to the control of any government or financial institution. Juicy. And was created and secured by a network of computers that are spread out across the world. It is also highly portable, as you can put it onto a cold storage wallet like a ledger and memorize the seed phrase so that the real-world link to the assets cannot be interfered with by nefarious outside parties. This comes to mind when you're trying to escape a war-torn country, or your city is being looted because there's been a natural disaster or some explosive headline that got everyone riled up once again. And finally, Bitcoin's real value is the intrinsic security of a fully democratized and decentralized system that would be more costly than it's worth to attempt a 51% attack at this point. Plus, if someone successfully did do this, the value of what they just took over would plummet to near zero. The proof is in the pudding. The Bitcoin network is likely the most secure system on Earth at this point. Having the ability to not have to carry your wealth on your back or in a briefcase that is isolated from another banking crisis is a massive advantage, especially in today's circumstances. Becoming a financial Minuteman in the technological revolution is a must. Smash the like and share a message with a friend and spread the word as we discover crypto.